Beneath the scorching deserts and rugged mountain ranges of Iran lies one of the most secretive and formidable military networks in the world, a vast system of underground missile cities. These are not just bunkers or storage facilities, they are sprawling subterranean complexes, deep enough to survive bunker-busting bombs and well-defended enough to deter even the most advanced militaries. Designed by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, these underground missile systems are Iran's answer to global isolation, repeated threats from the West, and a need for survivability in modern warfare. Iran's decision to go underground wasn't just strategic, it was essential. For decades, Iran has been surrounded by American military bases, threatened by Israeli airstrikes, and subjected to economic sanctions and international isolation. After witnessing the swift destruction of Iraqi and Libyan military infrastructure by the US and NATO, Iran concluded that above-ground facilities were simply too vulnerable. The answer was to take its most powerful weapons underground, deep underground. This strategy not only provides protection, but also creates a formidable deterrent, signaling to adversaries that Iran has the ability to retaliate even after a surprise attack. What makes these underground facilities so remarkable is their sheer scale and complexity. The IRGC has constructed these missile cities across Iran, with many of them buried beneath mountains or hidden in remote regions. Footage released by Iranian state television in 2015 shocked the international community. It showed long tunnels stretching for miles, lined with ballistic missiles on mobile launchers. The corridors were wide enough to allow trucks and transport vehicles to move freely. Experts believe some of these tunnels are buried as deep as 500 meters, shielded by thick layers of reinforced concrete, steel, and natural rock. Inside these bunkers are some of Iran's most advanced missile systems. Among them are the Shahab-3 medium-range ballistic missiles, with a range of up to 2,000 kilometers, capable of reaching Israel or American bases in the Gulf. There's also the EMAD missile, designed with precision targeting, and the Sejjil missile, a solid-fuel weapon that can be launched much faster than its liquid-fueled counterparts. Newer developments include hypersonic missile prototypes and advanced drones, all stored and deployed from these fortified tunnels. These weapons are mobile, meaning they can be repositioned quickly, making it extremely difficult for satellites or drones to track them. Beyond the missiles themselves, the underground cities are built with layered defense systems. The entrances are protected with camouflage and anti-air systems. Decoy tunnels and false entry points confuse potential attackers, and some of the facilities even include vertical missile silos, enabling launches without exposing the launcher to the surface. Iran has integrated cyber defenses as well, ensuring that digital attacks can't easily disable its underground infrastructure. The goal is clear. Even if Iran is hit by airstrikes or cyber attacks, it will retain the ability to fight back immediately. The strategic implications of these underground missile cities are enormous, with missile range covering Israel, Saudi Arabia, American bases in the Gulf and parts of Europe. Iran can project power far beyond its borders. This puts enormous pressure on regional powers and drastically limits the military options of Iran's adversaries. For instance, a preemptive strike on Iran would require not only locating these missile cities, but also penetrating hundreds of meters of hardened earth, navigating complex tunnels, and disabling mobile launch systems before they can be fired. Most military analysts agree that's nearly impossible without deploying ground troops, which would be catastrophic. But there's another dimension to Iran's underground missile cities: psychological warfare. Every time political tensions escalate, Iran releases new videos of missiles deep underground, or of massive tunnel doors sliding open to reveal launchers. These displays are not just for domestic audiences, they're intended to send a chilling message to the West. We are ready. We are untouchable. This tactic builds national pride internally while warning enemies externally that an attack on Iran will not go unanswered. In reality, these missile cities serve a dual purpose. On one hand, they are a deterrent, ensuring that no one can destroy Iran's retaliatory capabilities in a single strike. On the other, they are a bargaining chip, a form of leverage in negotiations on nuclear weapons, sanctions, and military pressure. By showing the world how advanced and unreachable its missile program has become, Iran is signaling that any future confrontation will be far more costly than previous wars in the region. As the West debates how to contain Iran's growing influence, and as nuclear talks falter, these underground missile facilities continue to expand in silence. Their entrances may be hidden, their coordinates unknown, but their impact on global military strategy is undeniable. In a world increasingly shaped by threats from above, Iran has chosen to dominate from below, buried, fortified and deadly. In recent years, Iran's underground missile cities have taken on a new urgency as tensions with Israel have escalated dramatically. Israel, which views Iran's nuclear program as an existential threat, has allegedly launched multiple covert operations targeting Iranian nuclear facilities, from cyber attacks like Stuxnet to sabotage of centrifuge installations in Natanz and Karaj, and even the assassination of key nuclear scientists. These attacks, while often unclaimed, are widely attributed to Israel's intelligence agency Mossad. In response, Iran has not only accelerated the fortification of its nuclear and missile sites underground, but also integrated the defense of these sites into its broader ballistic strategy. The underground cities now double as quick-response missile platforms capable of launching immediate retaliation without exposing surface infrastructure. In the end, Iran's underground missile cities are not just military installations. They are a symbol of survival under pressure, resistance against overwhelming odds, and a chilling reminder of how modern warfare has evolved. The question now is not whether Iran has the power to retaliate, it's whether any country is willing to take the risk of provoking that retaliation. In retaliation to these provocations, Iran has demonstrated a diverse and sophisticated missile arsenal. During Operation Martyr Soleimani in January 2020, Iran launched over a dozen Fateh 110 and Qiam-1 ballistic missiles from underground facilities targeting Ain al-Assad air base in Iraq, which housed US troops. The missiles were launched with precision, intentionally avoiding fatalities but sending a powerful message: Iran can hit back and it can do so accurately. Additionally, Iranian-backed militias have used short-range missiles and drones, including Zolfagar, Shahed 136 drones, and Arash loitering munitions, to target Israeli-linked sites in Erbil, northern Iraq, and even beyond. These strikes indicate that Iran's underground missile network is not just a static defense system. It's a mobile, adaptable offensive tool deployed through both state and proxy forces. What makes Iran's underground missile cities even more formidable is their integration into a layered deterrence ecosystem. The IRGC has reportedly tested simultaneous launches from different underground cities across the country, demonstrating a distributed strike capability that complicates any potential first strike advantage by adversaries. Additionally, Iran has begun pairing its underground launch systems with space-based and aerial reconnaissance assets, allowing for real-time targeting and precision guidance. Some intelligence reports suggest these sites also house chemical or EMP warhead modifications. Though Iran officially denies having any non-conventional warheads, the psychological impact of this ambiguity, combined with repeated attacks on Iran's sovereignty, fuels its resolve to maintain and expand these hidden fortresses, making the Middle East more volatile than ever. Please subscribe to this channel for more on global insights.